today. So let's get started. The first speaker is a graduating senior at Dumont High School. This student athlete will continue her soccer career at Kane University in the fall. I present to you Kiera Redfern.
We need another clap. Can we clap it up?
Hello all, my name is Kiera. First and foremost, I am grateful to live in a town in which we are able to come together and celebrate something that means so much to us. I came out as part of the LGBTQ community during my sophomore year of high school. During this time, I was virtual through school and receiving support and resources were very difficult. Luckily, I found support in my siblings who immediately created a safe space for me and were so open to learning how they could best help me throughout my journey. I slowly began to feel like my true self and felt pride in who I was. My junior year coming into school, everyone had the idea that I was gay. Maybe it was because of my masculine clothing or the fact that I wore my hair up in a bun every day with an undercut. But this has put a lot of pressure on me as I did not know what kind of reaction to expect coming into a school as a completely different person. After walking in the door on that first day, I was relieved to feel immediate support from every teacher in Class B. Within weeks of my junior year, I started dating my girlfriend, Cassidy, and she has been a tremendous support system for me. From coming out to my family and friends, getting my first big haircut, and teaching me how to give and receive unconditional love. Sorry. I can't imagine where I would be without her. When we started dating, we figured it would be a good idea to join Pride Alliance at our school and figure out how we can help others and learn more about the community. And that was when I met Miss Horan. I never would have imagined how positive of an impact she would have had on my high school experience. Seeing her every day made me feel comfortable to express who I was, and I aspired to be like her. Miss Horan became the person who I went to for everything, whether it was school stress, family stress, you name it. She always listened and always pointed me in the positive direction. This year, being on the executive board for Pride Alliance, Miss Horan and I have spent a lot of time together accomplishing things for the community. After attending the Bergen County LGBTQ Youth Leadership Summit, I proposed to Miss Horan that we should do a mini summit at our school and bring in guest speakers for the club to ask questions to. Immediately, Miss Horan started making calls and reaching out to people to make this happen. Once it all came together, I realized that if you want to see change or get something done, you can make it happen when you work hard for it. Woo! Looking back in history, the Stonewall riots in 1969 marked the beginning of the LGBTQ rights movement. Since then, we have seen Harvey Milk, the first openly gay elected official in the U.S., assassinated in 1978. We've seen the AIDS crisis of the 1980s, which disproportionately affected the LGBTQ community and led to increased activism and advocacy. We have seen the legalization of same-sex marriage in 2015, which was a major victory for the LGBT movement. And now, after coming so far, we are starting to move backwards, which makes celebrating Pride so much more important.
Amen.
Since the beginning of the year, there have been over 400 anti-LGBTQ bills introduced into state legislatures across the U.S. That is already twice the amount of such bills introduced last year. We need to stand together and fight the injustice which we are being faced with, which is why allies are so important. Allies are some of the most effective and powerful voices for the LGBTQ community. So thank you for everyone that's here today supporting. An ally is someone who fights for fair and equal treatment of those who are different from themselves. By being an ally, you help put a stop to the ignorance that causes problems and acts that have a negative impact on the daily lives of LGBTQ individuals. Allies not only promote safety during the coming out process, but they also educate people on the value of equality, justice, acceptance, and the respect for one another. To conclude, Pride is much more about just celebrating our identities. It's about recognizing the struggles that we have overcome and all of the work that still needs to be done. It's about coming together as a community to support one another and fight for our rights. So let's keep celebrating, let's keep speaking out, and let's keep working towards a world where everyone can be proud of who they are. Happy Pride.